Hello everyone, and welcome to the new series that will be replacing Trans Trucking Talk. For now I'm going to go with the name Rose's Truck Company, and if there are any better suggestions or if I come up with anything else, I might change the name down the line. I will put all of these episodes in a playlist with the Trans Trucking Talks so that people can catch up with where we are. We are continuing that save, as you can see down here. We have $56,000, which means we're over halfway to owning our own truck. So hopefully by episode 20 we should have our own. Today we're doing a job from Tucson to Sierra Vista. This was one of the places in Arizona we haven't visited yet, and I want to hit all of Arizona before I take jobs to and from other states. After that we'll just sort of travel around everywhere, I think. And we're taking a milling machine. Now this is, let me think, there are like 4 icons for this. It's an articulated trailer, it's a heavy load, it's important delivery, and it's valuable cargo. So the income's $3,898. It's actually something like $39 per kilometer, something like that. No, not $39. Oh, no, yeah, it might be about $39 per kilometer. So we're going to get started here. Let's just load in. It's currently 8:53 AM, which means the entirety of this drive will be in the daytime, which is nice. You guys will be able to see it better. And let's have a look at our trailer. We can't see it from here so well, so we'll jump out to this view. So this is a very long trailer, and it's articulated, which could be fun. And this is the cargo that we're taking. It's got an extra bit at the back because it's an oversized load. So we're going to get right into it here. We'll start up the engine, take off the handbrake because I always forget to do that, and we'll pull out here. I cannot see the left mirror in this truck very well. It looks like quite a fun drive here as well. Now we want to take this very slowly. I didn't mean to stop there. There we go, so that we give as much space for the trailer as possible. And yeah, we've already caught it on the... What truck are we in? We're in a Peterbilt. Yeah, it's not that we can't stop moving, it's just that I've got it caught on the damn thing because I'm not a very good truck driver. There we go, we're uncaught now, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that mirror. I'm actually just going to go into cabin adjustments and sort that out because I really want to be able to see that. So we're going to pull the seat back all the way. Down and up doesn't help. We'll shift over to there, then we can actually see the mirror. We can keep an eye on the trailer that way. What does this do? Oh, that just tilts our head. We don't want that. That's going to throw me off. Yeah, so we'll carry on driving like this. And we'll try not to get stuck too much. So I'm going to do a sort of quick little bit about this series. This is going to be essentially replacing Trans Trucking Talk for now. If people want to submit topic ideas and suggestions and questions for Trans Trucking Talk, you're more than welcome to continue to do so. The link is in the description of all of those videos for the Google form where you can do that, so that should still be easy to find. Oh, this is impressive scenery. But for now, I won't be specifically using this series to talk about trans things, which is why I'm also calling it a slightly different series. I do not like how bendy this road is with this huge trailer. We're just off-roading a bit. and I'm coasting there because I really don't want to speed up at all. And we're stuck on a fence again, so that's good. I'm actually going to back this up a bit and see if we can't take a bit of a wider route around that. Let's see if that's going to go. Looks like it. We're just off-roading here because why not, you know? I hope we actually make this delivery on time. Anyway, this series will be for now replacing Trans Tracking Talk, but I will do future episodes of Trans Tracking Talk when I get topic ideas that I think of or suggestions, and these will be the filler episodes in between where I just sort of ramble and talk about anything I fancy talking about. Talk about the gameplay, talk about the game, talk about what's going on in my life, that sort of stuff. So I think we'll try and keep a really wide round on this. I think to start today off, I'll tell you the story of the ruined dinner I had on Tuesday. It's not really ruined, but basically I was a bit of an idiot and made a silly mistake with the dinner. So every Tuesday I go to a board games group, and my family get home from work about an hour before that starts. So usually I cook dinner for everyone on that day so that I can eat before I go, and then we don't have to do two separate meals or anything like that. So on Tuesday I get out the pasta because I'm gonna make pasta bake. Just pretend I didn't hit the wall there. And I get out the two jars of sauce. My sister has to eat gluten-free. Of course that road is blocked off that we could have... No, we could not have gone through there, could we, with this trailer? I'm not surprised it took us around the other way. Let's take that as wide as possible and then swap back over to the right hand side of the road. So I got out the pasta and the sauce and got out two dishes. My sister's gluten-free and vegetarian, and I'm also vegetarian. So I thought we'd bought just two vegetarian jars of sauce at the shop. So I opened one of them, poured half of it on her small dish and the other half on the big dish for the other three of us. And then it smelt weird. It smelt not like I was expecting it to. So I double checked the label, and lo and behold, that one had bacon in. So I now had a vegetarian gluten-free pasta that had bacon in, so it was no longer vegetarian, and a vegetarian non-gluten-free pasta which also had bacon in. So in the end, I just made, I was like, oh screw it, I'll just do something else for dinner later. I went and told my sister, hey, I messed up dinner, it's not vegetarian, we're not going to be able to eat that. We'll have to sort something else. So she was like, yeah, okay. So yeah, that wasn't too much of a problem. But then when I was, yeah, that was it. We do pasta bake in the oven for 20 minutes or so, 20-25 minutes, and then take it out, mix it up a bit, and then put cheese on top. So I was taking out the big one to do that, and I managed to burn my wrist because the oven glove slipped and I accidentally pressed it against the rack in the oven. So I now have a lovely burn on my wrist, which was fun. So I ran that under cold water for a few minutes, and it's not too painful now, so it should be alright, I think. As we're getting up to speed here, I'm just going to check if anyone's coming on that side. It doesn't look like it, so we're not about to be blindsided by an idiot. So yeah, that was Tuesday, and in the end I just had I got a portion of chips at the pub we play board games at. I was like, that's just easier than trying to cook something else for dinner or go to the shop on the way back. But it turned out alright in the end. And I think my brother was okay with it because he had a lot of pasta. Let's see here, we've got about an hour left on our journey. And we're getting up to speed. I'm just going to put the cruise control on there. While we're going up that hill. Let's see if we can get up any higher. No, doesn't seem like it. So let's have a look at our info screen here. Got fuel. We've got plenty of distance left on that. Aha, that's the screen I like. The digital speed readout and the cruise control. We're turning off here, I think. Yeah, we are. Oh, excuse me. To Sierra Vista, and there's a truck stop here, but we don't need that. We've got plenty of fuel for our journey, and we don't need to rest either. So we're going to slow down here. A stop ahead, that's useful to know. Just hold the brake going down here. We're actually going to just look out the window, nothing coming that way. So we can go ahead and turn here. Take a very wide angle. There we go, that corner actually went surprisingly well. We're in new roads here, which is fun. And we should be coming up on our destination in a minute. There's a lot of traffic going the other way, it doesn't seem to be much coming this way. It's also pulling along up this hill. Just realised we can use the cylinder on the side of our truck as a mirror, sort of. I know that's not its intended purpose, but it's very shiny. I didn't realise that in American Truck Simulator the oversized loads were combined with the heavy cargo pack, I think. I'll have to double check, but in Euro Truck Simulator the special cargo pack, which is the one that has oversized loads, is separate from the heavy cargo pack. So I don't know. We're on the something 90, it might be the I-90, I don't know. This truck does not like hills. But that's okay, we're reaching the top of this one. And we're 15 minutes away, so it shouldn't take us long at all to get there. And then we should hopefully discover Sierra Vista as well. If not, that'll be a bit... oh yeah, we will. We're driving right through the name, we'll discover it. With some of the destinations, they're... oh, we need to slow here. They're more sort of outside the city, and you don't actually discover the city even if you deliver to the destination. We also need to get into the left-hand lane at some point, so I'll try and do that now. That guy's very kindly stopping for us. This will just make it a bit easier when we need to turn left into our destination place. I have no idea how the hell we're going to get this thing through gates. But, you know, we'll try. Part of me is tempted to try these truck sim games. I'm just going, it's yellow. Without automatic transmission. And I think that might use like the bumpers or the D-pad to shift gears. But I'm terrified of like truck gearboxes. I have no idea how they work. Oh, we can turn here. That was nice. Thank you very kindly, traffic lights. I'm actually going to sit in the left-hand lane to turn into our destination here. Oh, we do also get a discovery. I don't know if that's a truck dealer or if it's a... no, it looks like it's a higher place. I don't know, we'll be able to turn into this place. Just got to take a rather wide angle. So let's do that. Where does it want us to park? Just there, we can do that, she says. Oh, we made it. We made it in without crashing. I'm impressed by that. Right, let's get into here. This should be... There we go. Got it. Cargo is ready for unloading. So we'll detach the trailer and lower the legs, and we've completed it. We've got a couple of achievement pop-ups in the bottom left to do with their heavy cargo. Got an XP bonus for parking the trailer, and because it was high value cargo, we got a bonus as well, which is good. So we'll continue here. I'm actually going to look for a second job in this episode because that was a fairly short one. We'll do a quick job. Let's see if there are any in Sierra Vista, wherever that is. I can't find it. There we are. I want to actually see page and show low. So if we do destination, actually take it off this, we can just do another quick job. There we go. So if we go from there, that's to Yuma, Tucson, Sierra Vista. There's Tucson to Show Low we can do. That's quite a long journey. San Simon to Show Low is even longer. Nogales is longer. Phoenix to Show Low we could do. Tableware, which is fragile and important. That's a possibility. Let's have a look. See if there are any to Page. There's Camp Verde to Page and Grand Canyon to Page. We could do Grand Canyon to Page for a digger, or we could do the show low job. So we'll see which gets us more money. 4,349 was on this page, or 6,000. We'll do this one. We'll take this job. Phoenix to show low. I'm probably saying all of this wrong. I apologize. But that'll get us a bit more cash. If it turns out this episode is way too long, I will split it here. And you'll see this in the next episode. So let's have a look. Have we just got a normal trailer today? I think so. By the looks of it, yep. And we're driving another Peterbilt. This one has built-in navigation. Let's see the driving position here. We again can't see the mirrors. I'm also going to turn... Oh, that's not the button I meant. I meant this button. Turn that off because we have our own navigation. Oh, the handbrake's engaged. I always do that. So, we'll take this trailer out and head towards Show Low. If I am saying these wrong, please feel free to correct me. I have no idea about the names. Oh, this is a double trailer as well, so this should be a fun drive too. Fragile double trailer. Let's wait for this oil tanker to go by. And around we go. I think I am going to make that cabin adjustment again. Just so we can see our left-hand mirror. I figure that's kind of important for me. Anything coming out there? The only problem is you don't have as good peripheral there when you sit this far back. But we should be fine to turn here. Actually going to swing out a little bit just to make sure we get our articulated trailer around. They didn't need that turning lane anyway, you know. We'll pull into the right hand lane here because that's where we need to go. I'm used to playing Euro Truck Simulator without the right mirror pop-up. Because a lot of Europe is right-hand drive as well, I have the not right-hand drive. You drive on the right side of the road. A lot of the trucks are left-hand drive, so same as the US. Whereas in the UK we have right-hand drive vehicles and we drive on the left. But I'm used to this configuration in Euro Truck Simulator. Need to go to 55 miles an hour. Pull on here. I'm going to change the info screen again actually. There we go, speed and cruise control. We're coming straight back off though, so that we can head towards our destination, which at the minute is towards an airport and Tucson. Let's actually take this a bit wider. There we go. I don't know why I was signalling there. I didn't particularly need to. No one's coming, so we can pull across here. Got a 65 limit up here. Oh, and we get our own lane. How nice. So we're getting started on this journey. We are coming off here again. So let's just lift off the throttle a bit. Let's put the cruise control there. And we're going straight over here. Here we go. Some of these junctions are absolutely fantastic to drive through. There don't seem to be so many of them in Euro Truck Simulator, or I'm just driving over this one repeatedly or something. I'm kind of curious in the UK if they implemented the spaghetti junction, which is an impressive junction. Similar to the one we've just crossed. It's multiple stacks of various different roads. I don't know quite how many main roads it connects, but it's something ridiculous like 4 or 5. And right, we're at our speed there, and yeah, it's quite the junction to behold. If you haven't seen it, you could go and look up a Google image of it. It's a fairly impressive thing. So it seems like this journey is going to be a fair bit of highway driving for now, that's okay. I don't mind driving highway, especially with more difficult trailers like the double trailer or the oversized load one we had. It just makes it a bit easier on me, rather than having to try and get this thing round twisty sort of back roads and things like that. We're just driving through the hills here. You can see them loading in ahead because that's how this game works. You can't have the entire map loaded in at once. That would be a bit ridiculous. We don't get anything like this sort of scenery in the UK. We don't have deserts, we don't have cacti, we like have some hills, but nothing to the same scale as any mountains or anything like that. Like our tallest mountain in the UK is Ben Nevis, and that's dwarfed by some of the ones in the US or in Europe even. Like Mont Blanc is really tall compared. The best scenery I've seen in real life was probably driving through the north of Italy, where you were on the side of a mountain basically, and you were driving sort of along the side of the mountain in a valley, and then through all sorts of tunnels and across bridges. It was absolutely stunning. I imagine it'd be a fantastic place to drive. Obviously it's better as a passenger because you don't have to pay attention to the road, which is why I was able to enjoy it, because it was a family holiday. We need to slow down here. Okay. We're also turning off here in a sec, so we're turning left, so I'm just going to wait for this guy in front of me slowing down. We'll pull over into this lane. That car almost entirely disappeared under my truck. Left turn only, well that is us, and we can make that turn now, which is nice. Let's take it fairly wide, just so that we're not crashing into anything we shouldn't be, which I'm very good at. Leaving globe, that's concerning. I want to remain on Earth, please. We're going on the US 60 northbound now. Hopefully we're not going to outer space or anything. This is where it gets a bit twistier and more tricky. Reduced speed ahead. I can imagine. I don't blame it. But it's a 30 road, so we'll get down to there. There we go. Throw the cruise control on and the truck should do most of the work. I've just got to steer the damn thing. But aside from getting stuck on fences, I haven't hit anything yet, so this is immediately going better than most of the videos from my previous series. Although this hairpin is scaring me a lot. We'll just take it slowly and wide and bail into the other lane if we need to. We should be alright though, I think. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. The saying steep downhill incline. I don't know if this truck has a retarder on it. I don't even know what the button is for that. So we're just going to have to cruise down here and hope to hell that we don't pick up too much speed. We seem to be alright there. We've got another hairpin coming up here, of which we're on the outside, which I am thankful for. There we go, we've made it round there. Oh, it doesn't look like we'll be crossing that bridge. No, that's a shame. There's a rest area there. Oh no, we will be crossing the bridge. No, we won't. We'll be going across a different bridge. That's just a footbridge with with very little barriers. We're going at almost 40 miles an hour. I missed that. Don't report me to the police. I didn't mean to. I will put up a poll in this video, whether that's the second one you see or it's still the first video, in the card in the top right corner, because we're getting close to being able to buy our own truck now. So I'll put a poll up for which sort of truck we should get, either a Peterbilt or a Kenworth. I have no idea which is the better design. I quite like this interior and the interior of the other truck we drove today, so that leans me towards Peterbilt, but like I said, I have no idea And if anyone has a better idea about American trucks than I do, which is basically most people, then feel free to let me know. This is a 65 limit, but I do not want to go 65 with a double trailer on these roads. I will speed up a little bit. But yeah, I don't want to go flying down the mountainside if it's all the same with anyone else. Let's go up to 40 and hold it there. There's a call box there. I think I'm especially sort of enamored by hilly and mountainous terrain because the part of England I live in is basically just flat. The city's near sea level, it's very flat. This is very fast. I'm going to slow down a bit. And yeah, like the biggest hill we have in the part of the city I live in is, I want to say, I don't know, like 20 feet tall maybe? 20, 30 feet tall, something like that. Okay, we can speed up a bit now. It seems to be opening out. So yeah, mountains and hills are one of the things that I don't see very often, so they're fairly amazing. Aside from just the scenery, another thing that can get me to go to a place is the history of it. I love learning about sort of ancient cultures and the history of a place. When we went on holiday as a family, my mum and dad are both fairly religious, so they always wanted to visit churches. Um, and as for me, I'm not particularly religious now, but the architecture and the history of a place is what will get me to go. But they always used to pick places to visit based on churches. I prefer castles myself. Gonna hold it at 50 here, I think. We're still on the US 60. Still northbound, maybe. Although we're heading more east, I want to say. We're also climbing a hill, which our truck is seemingly struggling with, so I'll just take over for now. It looks like we're about to crest that. Yeah, we're gonna go downhill again. Pick up some speed. But yeah, the terrain around where I live is lots of farmland and basically uh, floodplains. That's the word I was looking for. Floodplains and marshes and places like that. So it's sort of very wet, very flat area. Um, so almost the polar opposite of this, which is mountainous and very dry, at least in the desert. So yeah, it's always cool to see new scenery though. Let's see if we can get up to the speed limit here. One thing I'd love to be able to do is have some sort of driving wheel for my PC. They're fairly expensive, so I can't afford one obviously, but we'll set at 60 here. It might speed us up anyway because we're going downhill slightly. Yeah, at the minute I'm just using an Xbox controller. Oh Jesus, that truck scared me. Oh, it's a 45 limit. Anyway, let's slow down to that. Looks like we might be getting near our destination. But yeah, I'm just using an Xbox controller at the minute. Which is fine, but part of me does dream of getting sort of a wheel and like maybe even a VR headset so that I can sort of immerse myself. Let's drive here. We're turning right. Is there anyone? Yeah, there is someone to the left of us, so we can't really swing round. We're just going to have to take a sort of wide-ish angle around here. No one's coming this way. Okay, we've made it. We've made it. Easy money. We're in Sholo now, which is 14 out of 15 cities in Arizona. We'll visit the last one in the next episode, and then go from there. I think after that we might actually take out a loan to get our first truck. Oh, we're speeding wildly here. I'm such a bad driver. Because otherwise it's going to be sort of 10 more episodes of just quick jobs. And if I get my own truck, I can start doing longer jobs, because then I can split it up between rest stops as well. Let's stop here. See if anyone's coming. No, we're good to go now. There's a car dealer there. Could buy a car from there and just start Uber, deliver people instead of various different goods. Just deliver people instead. I wonder if there are any good taxi games out there. I know there are quite a few bus simulators and bus games. Bus Sim 18 looks pretty good actually. I've seen a few videos on that. And it sort of rewards you for stopping on time and in a good position. And you sort of get to manage and make your own bus company, which sounds interesting. But I don't know if there are any good taxi ones. I'm not sure Crazy Taxi really counts. That's the only taxi game I'm aware of. I can start to see the destination on the map. I did not mean to move into the other lane. I'm speeding again. So yeah, it looks like we'll be turning left here, so I will pull into the other lane. And then our lane should come up on the left here. Yeah. This looks like it's going to be an interesting corner to get around. And suddenly there's all the traffic. Oh, that truck's being very nice. Okay, thank you, Mr. Truck Person. Pull around here. Oh, and I'm actually going to swing out a bit just so that I can make it round that concrete post. Hopefully. Oh, come on. There we go. So, handle the delivery. Where should I place it? We'll go and drive that. Might as well. I want to try and get better at parking. So, the forward parking I'm usually fairly okay at now. I usually choose that option. I rarely attempt the reverse parking, and sometimes I can get it fairly spot on. Let's slow down here. Pull it across. Oh, that's not very good. Reversing with a double trailer is terrifying. I'm actually just going to skip this because this delivery has gone on quite a while. But yeah, we've got 14 out of 15. It was an urgent delivery, so we get a bonus. It was a fragile cargo, so we get another bonus. And we're very almost at level 6. There we go, and we now have $67,000. Let's just have a look at a truck dealer. I'll make a save here, and then I can load it, but we can have a look at a truck dealer, so hopefully it doesn't transport us. Truck dealer, we have a Kenworth dealer in Phoenix. There's a dealer in Flagstaff as well, which I haven't seen. There aren't huge amounts of dealers about, but that's fine. So let's visit the selected dealer. Do you really want to travel to... Yes, I do. So 113,000 is the cheapest one. 177 is the most expensive. So I could get one or two, 113 or 116. I'm trying to see what the difference is there. Doesn't look like much, it just looks like a slightly different cabin, and I actually like the look of this cabin better. So we'll have a look about that. Maybe at the end of the next episode when we've discovered our last city in Arizona. For now, that's going to be it. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.